Okay, I'm going to tell you a quick route I took. I went to almost Boise, Idaho to pick up a fifth wheel that they advertised on RV Trader. So I did get the fifth wheel. I'll show you the pictures of the fifth wheel. And this is the unit as is. So I left Fresno here, went up 99 to Sacramento, went over to 80 to Reno, and kept going out of Reno, and I assume this is still 80, as far as Winnemucca. Then I went up this crazy lonely road 95, and there's like hardly any services on that. I think it had 3 or 4 towns, but mostly closed, especially at early morning hours, like after 10 o'clock. This is the town I went to. This is called Nampa. Anyway, that's where Bretz RV is, and that's where I picked up the little trailer. Now this is it's 95, there's like no services, so I warn everybody when they try and take it at nighttime, that's a very dark and lonely road. I could spend 10-15 minutes waiting for another car to pass coming the opposite direction. So, but leaving there, since 95 was so empty of traffic, I decided I would either have to go over to Salt Lake City and then back, or I would have to go up this way to Portland, well, almost Portland, then around Portland, then come down. This would be 5, and then shoot straight back down 5. So that was a grueling trip. But I left Fresno about 2 o'clock. I got to here probably around, I would say 11, 12, something like that. And then I decided to go up this way. Well, it took me until 4:30 to get to here. So that was a very hard trip to make. And 2 in the afternoon to 4 the next morning. Going home, I decided to go this way. Just looked more interesting than going this way. So went this way. Lots of farmland. Surprised how many endless fields of whatever wheat or corn or whatever they're growing out there.
Here I am, RV Jerry. I'm going down 84. I left right near Boise, Idaho, and I'm crossing this area. It's 356 miles, and they mean every minute of it, every mile of it is just vast land. Lots of farmland. Unreal. Nice road. 84.
And then when I reached this point, it was like a large lake or reservoir, very wide, and it just seemed to follow me forever. So then I realized I seen some signs that said John Day River, I believe. Anyway, it's a great big waterway. It's like several dams on it, and things for tourists to look at. But since it's COVID-19, there is no tourist sites open. They've got closed diagonally across all of the signs, like the cascading locks. Then there was the first dam, second dam, and right about there was cascading something falls. Then there was some falls, and then there was something else along about here. Anyway, it's like you're out in the middle of nowhere, but very high. Then all of a sudden it started dropping, and I went from pine trees to city traffic just like that. Just unreal. And I finally found my way around here and started coming back down this road here. I stopped at Camping World here to get a cap for the water tank drain. They had left it off, so I could not get any water to stay in the tank. And he didn't have any. He said, drive on down this way. I found another one here, but I had stopped at Lowe's and picked up a just a half-inch pipe cap and put on there to hold it until I could get the right one. Back up this way. I was so tired driving out of here. Right about here, I think, is a Wild Horse Casino and Resort and RV park. Boy, that was like heaven sent. I spent the night there, got some food over in the casino. Speaking of food, you know, these places down here, like Denny's, I tried to get in 3 different Denny's. It's like they only deliver during this time. So, and of course the truck and trailer is a little bit big to get through a drive-through at McDonald's or what were some of the other ones? Burger King was one of them. So I stopped at the RV resort, the Indian Casino. I was going to go back in, but I was so tired I just fell asleep like 5:30 on the couch. Got up 5 o'clock the next morning, started driving this way, and then when I discovered this river, and I got all the way down here, again very exhausted. I crashed at an RV park right around 7 miles from Eugene. Spent the day and night there, and the rest of the day and the night. Found a Walmart. Found a restaurant that would let me sit down. Ate. Oh, I found back up here somewhere. I found a Denny's at one of the gas stations, and got to go in and have breakfast. Down here, I got too much food for the next drive, thinking nobody's gonna let me eat. So I come on down. I started driving like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember. I just jump up and start driving. And I started driving towards Fresno. Wow. I enjoyed paying $2.50 something cents for gas. That's the
We crossed into California, and now we're going through the first miles of California.
the middle one that I use, and as soon as I cross the border, 389. It's just unreal. Anyway, I had a long way to go still driving, ready. I enjoyed this this area through here.
To Klamath Falls.
Shasta Forest and Shasta Mountain still had ice caps on it. Big Lake and so forth. Somewhere right along in here, there's some Indian casinos. I think there was 2 of them. There's one back here and one over here. Kept on driving. It was Sacramento. It was late. It's probably like 10 o'clock at night. So I stayed on 5, came down 5, and in Sacramento, then I jumped on 99. And there's like no stops. You have to wait till you get to Turlock to get a rest stop, and down below that, and then I drove into Fresno. Probably about 2 o'clock in the morning. That was my whole trip. It was 3 days driving time, 1 day rest. So it was pretty good. Pretty nice trip. I have a nice unit. I went a long way to get it. I've seen a lot of the area that I hadn't seen. I haven't drove across Oregon since I was in my 20s. I'm in my 70s now, so that was a hard drive. And even though it was hard, I enjoyed it. I could have used another driver. That would have been fun. Anyway, that was my whole trip.